Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Taurus, the three key themes for you in the month of May. You have family, intuition, and you also have belief system. So I do feel here that a lot of you have been diving into your higher power. You've been taking a look at maybe the quality of your self-talk. They're showing me here this sense of awareness, that you are finally aware of a situation that may have been happening behind the scenes, and now you're taking a look at it from a brand new perspective. So even though we don't see the Hanged Man here, I feel like a lot of you are shifting frequencies, shifting perspectives to allow you to see the whole of the picture instead of just a piece of it. So there's also clarity coming through here as well. Now, some of you may be connecting to your guides, your angels, ancestors, loved ones through meditation. And you have here the word awareness itself. So I definitely feel that a lot of you Taurians are highly aware, highly sensitive, and really tuning in or connecting to, again, higher power, higher self, your inner child. There's something here with having more fun, even though we don't see any pages, but I am sensing here having fun is going to be important for you this month here, Taurus. And there could be some family dynamics that you are working through, that you may have more fun than you think you normally do. Or it could be that someone is bringing in a child to this family dynamic. Perhaps you find out that maybe a sister or a niece is pregnant, or maybe you yourself. But I am sensing here family dynamics, rebuilding. There's something here with strength, overcoming a family situation. Now this could be mother, child, parent, sibling, spouse, significant other. It's all about soul tribe as well. So family doesn't have to just be blood related. This can be friendships. It can be soul tribe, connecting with other like-minded individuals through maybe acts of spirituality or workshops, things that you are doing to enhance your world around you. So I really like this. Now, some of you may have been dealing with a situation where there was maybe an inheritance, or there was a restructuring because a family member may have crossed over, or a family member may have moved out of the house into the home, or may have moved altogether. I'm just getting here a shift. I'm also sensing that someone may have a family member that is in a group home, or in maybe a retirement, or excuse me, an elderly home, or you may even work at an elderly home as well. Some of you may work with the elderly, but this could be a family member as well, and you may be going to see them in the month of May. Now, I also sense here that there's stability around you and emotional stability as well. Some of you have went through a situation, but it strengthened you on a different level where there's maturity now. So I really like this. Someone is more mature in their behaviors and their actions, whether this is you, Taurus, or someone around you. And it may surprise you as well. I do sense here that there's a reprogramming taking place. So it's going to get kind of deep here, especially with belief system and intuition. For those of you that have been walking this spiritual path, or maybe it is something you're just starting to dive into, it may surprise you with what your intuition tells you, and it may surprise you the changes that are happening in your world for the better. And it's about synchronicities as well as paying attention to the gut instincts, divining. Some of you are maybe scrying, or you could be doing oracle cards, tarot cards yourself, watching more of it, learning how to get in tune with your own intuition. Although I feel many of you watching, there is a very strong connection to your own higher self. Regardless, but especially in the month of May. Now, belief system, this is about self-talk. So a lot of you have been shifting and changing the way that you think about yourself, think about other people, think about the world around you. And this is very important because that's going to help you align with your inner self to your outer world. Now, the tarot that's showing up For the first couple of weeks of May, you have the King of Cups and the Hermit. So the King of Cups here is all about emotional intelligence. It's someone who is very loving, very supporting. This could be you, or it could be someone that comes in that helps you kind of escape or get out of that hermit energy. Now, the hermit is really great. We need to be in that intuitive state at times. But if you feel like you've been in this hermit mode for quite some time, Taurus, I feel like May is the perfect month to open yourself up. It is time to come out and really show that beautiful heart off of yours. If you are looking for love, looking for family, connections, celebrations with the people around you that support you, I feel like this King of Cups is either you stepping into this power, Taurus, or someone coming to help you, give you a lending hand here, or a helping hand. Now, the King of Cups, he doesn't let emotions get the best of him, but I'm also sensing here maturity, emotional maturity around you. This could be a father, it could be a brother, it could be you healing from a father dynamic as well, because you do have parents showing up here. Some of you may be visiting a father in the nursing home, or this could also be you receiving messages from a father who's crossed over as well. Now, when we have the Hermit, when it comes to career, some of you may work from home, or you may have just been feeling a little bit withdrawn from society, maybe from family or from the rest of the world. I'm getting here that it's important for you to take care of you this month. So there is an emphasis on health and healing and wellness as well. There could be a wellness check that you are partaking in the month of May. This could be you having a friend over that you haven't seen for quite some time, having them over for coffee or dinner. This could also be you going someplace, because I'm just sensing that you're shifting up the energy because it became a little bit stagnant. Now, mid-month here, it seems to be picking up. We will be going through retrograde until around the 14th of May. So you may be just hunkering down here. That's okay. You may be processing emotions, really thinking things through. That's absolutely okay, especially if this is new, if you're just starting to go into this hermit energy. But if you've been in this for quite some time, it is important for you to step out of that comfort zone. But if this is fresh and it's just showing up because you're ready to really dive into your feelings or your emotions and evolve, mature, take this next step, then yes, you may be hunkering down a little bit. But mid-month, you have this star here followed by the the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords can be a little bit inquisitive. They want to take action. So I do feel here it's important to allow yourself to fully heal from a situation or from some words, especially if you have been dealing with a family situation or someone in the family who you just butt heads with. This could be a sibling, it could be a cousin, an uncle, or maybe it is a father or a mother here, if you are fortunate enough to have both of them in your life. But I do feel here that there is this healing energy of I need to move on. This person may be toxic at times, but I feel like you've matured and you've decided to maybe separate yourself as well. Same goes for career. If you were not feeling emotionally fulfilled, Taurus, I feel like you're making a decision here to segregate yourself, go off on your own, start your own business, or look for other work or other sources of income so you can heal your financial state, heal emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? This star card is all about the stars aligning to bring you more positivity, more optimism, more peace. The star is all about hope as well. So don't give up on your dreams because you are moving forward here with the Knight of Swords. But for those of you that still have healing to do, don't rush immediately into maybe a new relationship, or don't be too quick to leave a situation if someone is willing to talk it out or to try to figure it out here, because I am getting a little bit of that fight or flight with this Knight of Swords. So you may want to just completely escape a situation, but what you may not see, or what maybe the other person cannot see, is someone has emotionally and matured emotionally matured here. So there's something underneath the surface I feel someone may want to discuss with you, or you may want to discuss with someone else, or you're getting honest with your own self and you're saying, how can I deal with these sharks below the surface? You can see here that he's holding the boat above so he doesn't sink, so he doesn't go down. But deep down, especially in a solar plexus chakra here, there's this energy of at any time my boat's gonna sink, right? But when you're on the flip side of that King of Cups, you realize that you are in control of your own emotions, and that other people can come in and threaten that ship, right? By bringing it down with the sharks, but ultimately you are the only one that can let that happen. And when it's through healing here, it's through maybe even, again, distancing yourself. I am sensing that some of you left the home early on. It could have been 16, 17, 18 years old. You may have left the home and went off, but there may be some healing or coming together here, or some sort of collaboration, reconciliation as well with a family member. Now, towards the end of the month, we'll be out of retrograde, still feeling the shadows here, but you do have a growth of opportunities here. There's a lot of expansion, new ideas. You're ready for this new path forward. The Three of Wands partnered with the Queen of Swords here. You have clarity. The Queen of Swords, when she has her eye on something, and you can see that she's looking there, she's looking off into the distance, but she's ready. She knows what she wants and she can see it for herself. So when this Queen of Swords shows up, she's very observant. She's very logical, rational, and she's certainly not going to let the heart get in the way necessarily. I don't want to say get in the way, because she needs that heart, and she is fueled with the heart center. But whatever emotions threatened to sink her ship in the past here, she is allowing her head and her heart to move forward in a new positive direction. Because you can see here, it's your final card, and she is completely looking off into the distance. So I feel it is important for you to work on whatever this is here. If someone does want to talk, or if you are going through some emotions or some feelings. But towards the end of May, you look to really have your ducks in a row, so to speak, with this Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about you making choices, and now you are optimistic, patient, and not taking your eye off the prize, because you're realizing that your hard work is paying off here as well. Now, when it comes to finances, abundance, and wealth, you have the Feather card, and this is all about abundance. It's about easy money. For some of you, it is about possibly an inheritance, or you may work in the spiritual field, maybe as a healer, as a reader, as a doctor, therapist, psychic. I'm also getting here with this Queen of Swords energy. Some of you may even be bloggers, journalists, writers, or that can really help you dive into your intuitive nature, is through some of those divining tools. So we also have divine intervention showing up here with the Feather. So if you've been wanting some changes when it comes to your finances, your career, your abundance, divine intervention is at play. Even though we don't see, say, the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel that this has been in the works for quite some time. But now there's a moment here where the stars are aligning. This is synchronistic here, and this could show up mid-month or right around that turn. They're giving me 13th, 14th, and 15th of May. There could be some synchronistic events that allow you to move forward here, and you may chalk them up as divine intervention. That may absolutely be what's happening here. This could be you making decisions to move forward, because we do see that Three of Wands here, and the Knight of Swords. He takes action, right? When he believes something, when he sets his heart to a situation or a cause or a belief, he moves forward. Now, this can be about air related work as well as travel. Some of you may feel a little bit undecided. You're not quite sure. And that's why you've had to take a little bit of time out to just regroup, regain your energy here, regain some momentum, some hope, some positivity, because you may have felt a little bit stuck here in the past. But I do sense here that a little bit of time out If you've already done this did you good here, or it's about to happen and it's going to do you good because you're going to come back feeling refreshed, revitalized. That could even be a weekend that you decide to not have any responsibilities, or you decide to just do your own thing. I'm getting something here with planting. It could be garden or replanting pots or flowers. Please take that as it resonates. We also have this spiral. At times, it does feel like things are spiraling out of control in your world. You do have the King of Cups with the sharks underneath. So it may feel that things are finally starting to look upward and outward, but it may be a busy type of energy, especially if you have been in this hermit mode, and then comes the end of the month like a whirlwind, right? And you have a lot going on here as well. This is about climbing the ladder. It's coming up to an upward trend, because you can see this spiral starts in the very middle and it goes outward. It doesn't retract and go backwards. So I don't feel like you're going backwards this month here, Taurus. This is about you revisiting a job. It's about promotions and connections. So we did talk about that soul tribe, meeting new people that are going to be pivotal as well. For others of you, there's certainly a message possibly coming in, or again, some sort of synchronistic event that happens mid-month that allows you to finally have the clarity, the peace of mind, or the action to move forward here and offer you a fresh start when it comes to your career, your money. This is about starting over. Now, some of you, it doesn't mean starting over completely from scratch. I mean, some of you may absolutely be hearing news of a new position, a new job, or you have a new idea when it comes to your business. But I'm getting here, this starting over energy has to do with your belief system. It has to do with you believing that anything is possible, because I am sensing that there may have been a little bit of lack of belief. Will I really get there? Can I hit that status? Can I make that amount of money? Can I have this amount saved by the time I retire? Some sort of shift that's happening within your belief system, Taurus, is allowing you to finally save up for the future. I'm getting here saving for something that you really want, whether it is a new home, a vehicle, saving for retirement so you can move, whatever this is here for you. This belief system is shifting, and you're going to see here that you do have the resources, that you'll be able to have this nest egg, and you'll be able to have these new opportunities coming your way. Some of you may work in healthcare. This is about new opportunities. You may even work in insurance, and I was picking up with the King of Cups some sort of healing or health position for some of you, whether again a nurse, doctor, CNA, someone who works in the retirement, or I'm also getting here, someone may work with children with disabilities, or you may have a child or a grandchild with disabilities as well. Please take that as it resonates. It just came through here. And I'm also hearing the name Clarissa. There's a little bit of an emphasis on that L or on that R at the very beginning. So it could be Clarissa. Please take that as it resonates. All right, let's take a look at love, Taurus. So some of you, it's important to focus on your partnership. If you are in a partnership, getting to know each other all over again, especially if you've been together for quite some time and you've both kind of went your own ways, doing your own thing, and it feels more like a roommate situation, you can heal this dynamic between the both of you. I feel that someone may be more motivated to do their own thing. Someone may just be focused on career or taking care of the family, especially if someone is home taking care of the family as well, or if they are taking care of an adult family member. It doesn't always leave a lot of room for your relationship. That's where it's really important to set up date nights, weekly date nights if you can, or just allow yourself to have some uninterrupted time free of responsibilities and free of, stresses and complaints. I feel like it's important for you just to come together if you can for an hour or so a day and just be with each other, enjoy company. Now, for those of you that are looking for love, you do have the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords coming in here. So I do feel like there could be a relationship that comes in, but I am sensing some sort of healing. So it could be someone is recovering or healing from a situation. I'm also getting, and this is very specific, please take it as it resonates, someone may be recovering from an addiction as well. This doesn't have to be love in the sense of romantic love. It can be for some of you, but I do feel there's some sort of addiction. Now, that doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be, but it could be, a shopping addiction. It can be a sex addiction. It can be anything that even social media or gaming, right? Something that you put so much time and energy into, and it may not always be the healthiest for you. Now, we also have chemistry showing up. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. If you are with someone, King of Cups and Queen of Swords, whatever role you are representing and the other person is, I do feel like there's chemistry and someone may want to move forward with you quite quickly as well. Trust your intuition. I'm getting here for you, Taurus. Trust, because your intuition may be saying, I don't want to move so fast, or someone may have it within their energy field that they want this family dynamic and they want it sooner rather than later because the time is ticking. But if they are still dealing with some, excuse me, some addiction issues or problems below the surface here, it's important for them to work on that as well. And it's important for you to trust your intuition. Now, we also have past life relationship. You have known each other before. I've just received this message from this card here. This could be an ex-spouse or ex-lover, or even an ex-in-law. They may be the one that is suffering from that addictive personality or some sort of addiction here, and they may be needing to go to get help or receive help as well. I'm also sensing some of you may work as maybe an AODA counselor, or you may work as someone who helps with substance abuse or for addictions or recovery as well. All right, let's take a look at what your soul really wants you to dive into this month. So we have here, how can I surrender even more in this moment? It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see, but you know is coming. Today's soul action, Taurus. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra, and this is something I would love for you to jot down, put it on a sticky note, stick it on your fridge, your purse, your wallet, your visor, in your vehicle, wherever. Today's mantra, I surrender, I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. I'm getting here that some of you, if there's a family event or a family gathering, some of you may be stressing out about this as well because there could have been hurtful words. Or if there is an event that you are going to see, maybe an ex at, it could be that some triggers come up. But this is about you surrendering because you deserve love. If you have some sort of outcome or expectation of how you think something is going to turn out, because maybe it hasn't turned out great in the past for you, being in that energy or with those people, right? This is about you releasing those expectations because there's a level of surprise here. And I feel like this is about you trusting and surrendering as well. Yes, there are situations, there are people, there's things that we cannot control. And when we try to, it puts us in a tailspin and misaligns us with what we truly deserve, which is happiness, joy, and freedom. So when you can release the expectations and you can go in to that environment, if you must, hold your head high and know that you control your own energy, Taurus. And I'm also sensing if this is an interview as well, if this is speaking to someone about your feelings, or if this is about you worrying, stressing about money or the future, surrender. And that can be a lot easier said than done, of course. Now let's take a look and see what messages are showing up from the Work Your Light Oracle. These are messages from your guides, your loved ones, your soul family on the other side as well. And it says soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So there's this emphasis here, Taurus, in your reading about loneliness, isolation, or going it alone. You have this belief system, you have the hermit, you have soul family, you have this surrendering here of feeling like you have to do it alone, or you feel like you are alone, but spirit is saying you're not, right? This can be about you moving forward. This is about that healing that's coming in mid-month as well, where you realize that you are attracting helpful people, and that could be this King of Cups as well. Next, we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's where your intuition comes in. That's where this hermit energy comes in. Go inward instead of, sometimes we seek external validation, whether it is through watching YouTube videos, right? Whether it's asking a psychic, whether it is you asking family members or a therapist, what should I do? What's right for me? What direction do I go? Ultimately, yes, this can give you insight. This can help you plan, shift, navigate. It can help you take detours, but ultimately it's your intuition you must trust. So if there's any niggling feeling going on within you, Taurus, trust that with everything in you, okay? Because you're not alone. Now, from your spirit animals for the month of May, you have the rabbit spirit, and it says now is a lucky time. It is a fortuitous month for you. It's also card 49. Now, some of you may be 49 years old, or there could be a significant change around that date. 30 as well. Some of you may be 30. You may have a birthday on the 30th, the 4th, or the 9th. So rabbit spirit is by your side. I'm also sensing something with an increase in resources, an increase in luck, an increase in money as well. Or it may not show up in the financial sense entirely. Yes, that may be a part of it, but abundance is so much more than just financial abundance. So have gratitude, look around and be grateful for the things that you do have and the things that are right on the cusp of entering into your physical world. We also have grasshopper spirit. It says, take a leap of faith. So there is a new beginning showing up. We see that with the eggs, but a leap of faith is required. And some of you, take a look at that. He has the crown on the head of the grasshopper. So I feel like this is the Queen of Swords here, where she is moving forward and she's taking that leap of faith because she's trusting. She's trusting her intuition. She is highly intuitive, but she also uses her logical mind and her heart as well. So when she blends all those things together, it really can create miracles. So she's taking a leap of faith and she's not letting that fear-based energy or lower frequencies hold her back any longer. Really powerful. Now, last but not least here, Taurus, you have the chop wood card. It's card 42. Some of you may be 42, have a birthday on the 4th, 2nd, or 6th. And I'm just going to read to you the message from the guidebook. All right, so chopping wood is all about being grounded in everyday experience. It's about humility as well. It says there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to nature to take its course is an important step in manifestation. So that could be what's happening here for you at the first half of May as well, is the King of Cups opening that heart chakra to really manifest what it is that you want with the Hermit. And then towards the end of the month, taking off with something you are trying to manifest here. And it does talk about watering the soil, and we talked about that earlier. So some of you physically are actually replanting, watering the soil, or you've recently picked off dead leaves. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. And it's interesting as well because we have the surrender card. So some of you, sometimes, please take this as it resonates, we can focus so intently on our goals that we actually neglect our own physical, mental, spiritual health. We can run ourselves to the ground. We can bypass other things that we need to pay attention to or we need to learn. We can put out this energy about obsession about a situation, a person, a place, an event. That's why you have this belief system here, paying attention to your self-talk, the reprogramming that's taking place here as well. You have When you, let's see here, taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment, which we talk about here. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. This is the perfect time now. Hold hands, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke. Remember when we talked about getting into that habit of maybe date nights or spending time with each other, just being? It is about freeing yourself, yes, from those responsibilities as well. But I do feel here it's important to be funny. It's important. They're showing me that humor. They're bringing me back to having play. So even though you have these things that you must do on a regular basis, maybe cleaning the dishes, things of that nature, I do feel it's important to add a little bit of play, a little bit of fun to the mix as well. It says the work of your relationship right now is very simple. Just be present. It's funny how it takes work to just be. Yes. And when it comes to career, it's important to take small steps rather than leaps on the journey to creating your most important and prosperous life. Move your focus off of that huge picture over here and just take the steps forward here. And I feel like smack dab in the middle with this star, it's allowing you to synchronize and align your inner world with your outer. So it's important here to not just dream of wealth and fame or big ideas and inventions, things of that nature, but take the steps to make that happen, right? Like it says here, if you want to be, it's not in this deck here, it's not in this card, but there is a card that says if you want to be, a famous musician, then you must practice. If you want to be an actor, you must go to auditions and you must practice acting. If you want to be an author, you must write. So there's something here with chopping wood, taking those little steps into consideration here, because like they say, take 1 step toward the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you. So chop wood. Now's the time here to, yes, take maybe half the month if you can, to just reflect, reevaluate, reorganize, and prioritize as well. And take a look at if your belief system is aligning with what's happening in your outer world, Taurus, because some of you have shifted the way that you view things, or the things that once brought you happiness, they may have shifted and maybe they don't bring happiness, and it's time to update that belief system. It's time to go within, meditate, and connect to your higher self and say, what next? How can I move forward here? What do I need to do to make my dreams a reality? That is what I have for you, Taurus. Very powerful month indeed. It is about reflecting as well as action, but I do see a quick turnaround mid-month for you, where there's going to be some sort of news, message, aha moment, or someone that comes in that is very important on your journey that is going to allow you to move forward. So thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, subscribe, hit that bell button if you haven't already so you don't miss those notifications. Thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. Lots of love.